Alrighty, how's everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is Spiritual Stake, and yes, your spirit is at stake. We are in our Bible breakdown here at Spiritual Stake. We are currently in Exodus chapter 24, not 34. Excuse me, been a long week. But a quick overview of 33. Moses, the Most High tells Moses to go to the mountaintop, and he's going to present himself unto Moses. But Moses is not going to be allowed to see his face. He's only going to be able to see his back, because no man has seen his face and lived. And so he tells Moses to go to the mountaintop, to the peak. Excuse me. And he's going to pass by and be face to face with the Most High, but like the back of him. So anyway, we're going to go over right on into 34. If you're going to fire up, go ahead and fire up. And y'all know how we do. With no further ado, we're going to 34. And the Lord said unto Moses, Hew thee 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon these tablets the words that were in the first tables. And I will write in these tables. Excuse me. We're going to start this over. We're going to start this whole verse over. And the Lord said unto Moses, Hew thee 2 tables of stones like unto the first, and I will write unto these tables the words that were in the first tables which thou breakest, and be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning up unto Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount, and no man shall come up with thee, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flocks nor herds feed before that mount. And he hewed 2 tables of stones like unto the first, and Moses rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hand the 2 tables of stone. And the Lord descended in the clouds and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of the Lord. And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed, the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the 3rd and to the 4th generations. And Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worship. And he said, If now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us, for it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nations, and in all the people among which thou art shall see the work of the Lord. For it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. Observe thou that which I command thee this day. Behold, I drive out before thee the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord whose name is jealous is a God. Excuse me. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord whose name is jealous is a jealous God. Hold on. It say, for the Lord whose name is jealous is a jealous God. That's Exodus 34:14. I'm a deep. Y'all know me. I gotta look deep into that. I gotta look deep into that to get a clearer a better understanding of what that means, break down some things. 15. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go whoring after excuse me, and they go whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods. And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods, and making thy sons go a whoring after their gods. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods. Say, thou shalt make thee no molten gods. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep 7 days. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread as I commanded thee in the time of the month Abib. For in the month Abib thou camest out from Egypt. All that openeth the matrix is mine, and every firstling among thy cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb, and if thou redeem him not, then thou shalt break his neck. All the firstborn of thy sons thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty. Once again, we get this word, we get this word matrix right here in 19:34:19. All that openeth the matrix is mine. Now don't forget, we already did some research on this word matrix. And it was matra, meaning mother. But that word matrix, there it is again. All that openeth the matrix is mine. And every firstling among thy cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. If thou redeem him not, then shalt thou break his neck. All the firstborn of thy sons that shall redeem, thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty. 6 days thou shalt work, but on the 7th day thou shalt rest in earing time and in harvest time, and in harvest thou shalt rest, and thou shalt observe the feast of weeks of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end. So we gotta see what is the feast of weeks and the feast of ingatherings. Hold on. So I gotta write it down because I'm having some technical difficulties with some of my equipment, and I can't just, pop it up like I want to. We'll put it over here. And that's the I ain't even feel feast right. Feast of weeks and the feast of ingatherings. Trace in the year shall all your trace in the year shall all your men children appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. We at verse 23. Now we're on 24. For I will cast out the nations before thee, and enlarge thy borders. Neither shall any man desire thy land when thou shalt go up to appear before the Lord thy God. Trace in the year. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven. Neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left until the morning. Excuse me. 26. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. So we got to see what seethe is too, because I don't know what that means. And the Lord said unto Moses, write down these words, for after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel. Excuse me. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water. And he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. And it came to pass, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of the testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not the skin on his face shone while he talked with him. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him. And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with them. And afterwards all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that the Lord had spoken with him in Mount Sinai. And till Moses had done, speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But when Moses went in before the Lord to speak with them, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded. And the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone. And Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him. So that's the end of 34. Moses then broke the first set of tables, which would be the 10 commandments, after he came down from the mount and seen the children of Israel worshiping the golden calf, right? And so now he is receiving instructions on writing the second set of tables to replace the ones that he broke. And say while he was with the Most High, when he came down, talking to Aaron and talking to the children of Israel, they seen him, say he had a glow on him. He was shining. Say he shone. Say Moses' face shone to the point that he had to put a veil over his face. When was the last time your light shined so bright you had to put a shade on it? That you came, your mere presence blinded. Let the God in you shine forth. I am G, the seeker of truth. This is Spiritual State. And until next time, y'all stay elevated.